If you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Lawful Stupid just jumped over. First of all, it's free, and we love that. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, wherever you're at, all on the go. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. There are a lot of other vendors out there, a lot of platforms that they will make sure your podcast gets to. So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with zero minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Last time on Lawful Stupid.
We just killed a guy for no reason whatsoever. Life is important. All of you should act like it.
Life is important, and that's why I saved yours.
Don't do it again if it means you're going to kill an innocent person. What was in the bag that he was searching?
I'm glad someone asked. Inside you see this gray, fine powder. It's a highly explosive compound.
I want to take all 8 boxes and put them in my bag of holding, please.
Everyone, we approach. This is amazing.
We should finish on foot.
You see a sprawling mass of people queuing up outside of the gate.
Just follow my lead. I will get us through the gates.
And you walk through calmly, and you're able to make it through the narrow gap in the gate.
Take us to Rama.
Barnabas! What are you doing here?
I'm just here to introduce you to some friends. I have a job for you. I need you to take these home.
I'm going to need a location.
Rombius. He kind of lines up some tankards and he goes, I guess it's time we had a chat. And so, you find yourselves sitting in this subterranean cellar in the Iron Charger Brewery, speaking with the Ram of Bastia, discussing a job for your future.
This episode brought to you by Sexy Sounds of Chainsaw.
So you captured these 2 people, and you think there's more?
Yeah, we have it on good authority that they are from Anima's ire.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense, but do you have it on good authority that there are more people with them this time?
No, we think that these 2 are operating independently.
Oh, great. So you said you had a job for us.
Yeah, like I said, these 2 need to get back to Rombius.
Oh, right. Must have missed that one in the smash cut. Okay. Remind me again, I'm not sure how far Rombius is from here.
Well, depending on how fast your ship is.
Very fast.
Okay. It would likely take you 2-3 months.
Okay, now if I had a standard ship.
It would take you 4 or 5 months.
Good to know. Just needed to know where my barometer was if I didn't have a very fast ship.
No, you said it was very fast, so I would have...
Exactly, but I like to know anyways. Right, so we are going to need gold.
Of course.
Right, so we didn't exactly discuss rewards. We can take these 2 ingrates, prisoners, back to Rombius. Who would we be taking them to?
You would take them to Malfair.
Yes, and I hate to be a stickler for details, but what does he look like? How do we find him, and how do we know we're not being lied to?
You came here because...
No, not you lying specifically, to make sure we don't get tricked by someone claiming to be him. How do we authenticate his identity?
He, looks at you kind of like... alright, that would be... Yeah, so he...
Does he have a tattoo? A wooden leg? I mean, identifying marks are important.
He's one of the few furbolgs that lives.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
In Rombius. And he's a pretty well-known figure there.
Okay. Never heard of him, but that's beside the point, I suppose.
Well, I bet you haven't heard of a lot of people in Rombius.
That's probably fair.
What's up with Rombius?
Rombius is the last bastion for free folk.
Like, what do you mean free fall?
People who don't concede to Alliance control.
Interesting.
Our kind of people, really. These are just the netzos about it.
I'm sorry, who?
I look towards the captured people.
Yeah.
They don't exactly play well with others, and they tend to find short-sighted goals.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So discuss rewards?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what are you paying?
What is your price?
10,000 gold.
That's a little bit much.
Okay, this is where you counter offer.
How about 1,000 gold?
How about
2,000.
Do you speak up?
2,000.
2,000.
I'll tell you what. We'll call it 750 apiece.
For our crew as well. We are not the only ones on the ship, and we must feed them and give them lodging as well.
Not per crew member, you greedy man. Per prisoner.
Oh.
Oh, and I look over to Delmar. I go, Captain, it will take at least, and I'm just through my fingers, 1,000 gold for us to make the trip to Tangia. Excuse me, not Tangia. Is it Tangia? Rombius. Rombius alone.
Rombius.
That is just to feed ourselves and our crew.
The man makes a good point. Just in maintenance fees alone, we don't stand to make a whole lot at 1,500 gold.
1,000 apiece.
Better.
That seems fair, Captain.
2,000, yes.
Excellent. We can work with that. And who would be... I assume we're collecting from you either ahead of time or...
You'll collect upon receipt. So once you deliver your prisoners, because anything could happen to them along the way. They're only valuable to us alive.
Oh, fair.
It would be wise to get half now and half later.
Well, hold on. We're not greedy by any means, but to be fair, you're right. Anything could happen. And anything outside of our own control, we'll do the best we can, but I feel at least a quarter up front to cover expenses to there, and we can collect the rest upon receipt of alive prisoners.
Make a persuasion check.
Excellent. We're happy to do that. I mean, not excellent, but, 13. I'm going to check if I have charisma, because I don't have my character sheet up. But you know what? It's not at work, so we're good.
You have +0 to charisma.
Excellent. I believe it.
So
So 13.
That's not how this works. You get paid for the job. Consider it incentive to make sure they are well taken care of.
So Oslo's got her little book out and she's like, wow, in the meantime, I don't know if we can actually get there.
Consider it. Incentive is one thing, but what about on your end?
What about on my end?
You have to show us something. Otherwise we're just sailing across the world with 2 prisoners and no reason to bring them anywhere.
You have a reason to bring them anywhere. You have a reason. 2 reasons. You are the one who told me that any opportunity to stick a dagger in the heart of the Alliance, you'd take it. These prisoners have valuable information that, if we can get them to Rombius, will be of great detriment to the Empire. To the Alliance.
Gold Empire.
The Empire, the evil Empire. Of the Galactic Federation.
Fair. Fine.
That's one reason. The other reason is 2,000 gold.
Yeah, sure, but all the same, I have a large amount of explosives in my behest. Would you like to purchase them?
He kind of leans back.
Or at least some of them.
That we can work on. I'll give you 50 gold apiece.
Excellent. Let me just... Fen.
Yes.
Be a pal. What is it we actually... I lean over. How much do we actually need to make sure we get there without starving people?
If it is a trip that is 3 to 4 months, then we are going to need approximately 900 to 1,000 gold. How much? I thought it was 250 we decided for everything.
That doesn't...
Look,
That was for 2 months.
Oh, 250 is for 2 months.
months,
Okay, I was
we
thinking so.
Be like,
for 2 months, it took us 148 gold pieces. To
So
get to
150
Tangia.
roughly. So we're saying we're looking at 600. It will take 600 gold for us to get there.
That's
For 4 months.
though. That's
You need
for
to do the
6,
math.
right?
You need to do the math again. Everybody needs to.
Yeah, it's 150 per 2 months, right?
It's roundabout. So let's. I'll do the math. Hold on a second.
Because my notes say about 96 gold per month, but then I have 148.
It's right about 96. It's right about 100 gold a month.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do 4 months. We need about 400 gold,
400. We'll get
give or take. Yeah, well, I'm just trying. Look, man, I'm trying not to sell everything to this jack off. All right, let's see.
What is a jack off?
What did I fucking name this? Yeah, no.
What did he say? Talking about jackalopes? It's like a rabbit with antlers.
Yes.
Sorry, you said 50 gold per. Sir, I'm sure you can appreciate they're worth just a bit more than that. This is highly volatile, and frankly, the coefficient of energy when you just a little bit of spark can cause such a huge explosion. I mean, 8 boxes, they were planning to do lots of damage with very little material. Surely 65 gold a box is way more reasonable. And it's hard to come by. You and I both know this.
Make a deception check.
Let me just check my charisma modifier. I think I'm good. It's 19.
It's +0. Yeah, 19.
I know, but I feel better checking. One of these days it's going to be different, I hope.
All right, I can do 65, but you gotta sell the lot. Honestly, I like the idea of you not having it more than I like the idea of me having it.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
That's pretty fair.
Kind. Hey, Oslo.
We're going on a ship. Do
Yes.
I have to talk about the flammable ship again?
Yes. No, that's fair. So I will take my sum total of 520 gold pieces. You can, whether you want to pay, or we can see your clerk on the way out. My teller here.
Shouts and
Oslo.
What?
a
got gold.
a dwarven man walks in wearing simple clothes, and he walks up and he's holding a small chest, and he takes out and counts out 520 gold pieces, which so you guys are sitting around this table enjoying the fine ale made at the establishment, and he slides the 520 gold towards your party, and then he turns to Ramel, and he kind of whispers in his ear for a moment. Ramel goes, "You've got to be fucking kidding me."
Oslo, count that gold, please.
Already on it. She's like, as soon as it started coming out, she was like eyeing it very closely and like reaching into the claws out to it.
She's like a kid at Chuck E. Cheese counting tickets.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Collect the Gothenil, please.
Well, I'm happy to give this over, but you seem pretty frustrated, and handing explosives to a frustrated person without having some contact seems dangerous, so you okay?
Yes, it's gonna put it's a bit of an issue.
What's an issue?
Some Alliance guards have wound up dead. Which
Have they?
wouldn't be much of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But they've deployed one of the hounds.
All right.
Well, time to go, everyone. As he starts pulling out the explosives carefully.
You are scared of a dog?
Okay, there's $7.
Have you seen dogs? They're terrifying.
Guys, well, listen. Sir, I feel like you have this under control, yeah?
What?
The hound, you got this? You good? You don't need anybody? You
Well,
okay?
I think that it's gonna be an issue if you're trying to leave right now.
Well, that was the plan, to run away very quickly, but
I mean, you run as fast as you like. I'm just saying that all the ports are going to be closed down until the inspection is complete.
What is this hound? What does this dog do?
They're people. They have these contraptions that they work with that are like hounds. They hunt. They are the Alliance hunters. So if something particularly catches the Alliance eye on Alliance territory, they'll shut down every port out of here and they'll hunt.
Delmore is physically distressed as this conversation proceeds. He's not shaking anything, but you can just tell the worst thing has just happened to him, period, the end.
What about the gates out of the city? Why not docked in the city proper?
No, it's not the city. You misunderstand.
It's
The island.
entire place. Yeah. Most likely they have a ship or two patrolling the outer sections of the island, and then of course they're going to dispatch on the land with their hounds. These hunters, they will chase down their prey, especially if they already have the scent of what they're looking for.
Well, it's worse than that, actually. We keep pretty close tabs on the hounds because of the threat that they present. But lately there's been troubling reports. They shouldn't have been able to get one here so quickly. Apparently these guards were just killed last night. But they got here
Really?
ridiculously fast. I don't put any credence in it, but it's come from multiple sources now that they have some sort of flying ship.
You see Perry just go completely rigid.
Listen, they're friend. They don't have a flying ship, it's fine.
That's my opinion as well. It just, I don't know how the fuck they would have got one of the hounds here so quick.
Me either.
The rumors of the flying ship, is it here? Is that... Oh,
I mean,
where have you heard this?
I'm sorry.
The flying ship. Everything you've heard. Everything
Perry.
you know, I need to know.
Perry, perhaps a share with the class moment for you. You seem to believe this. Why?
Where have you heard of the flying ship?
Like I said, we track the movement more of these hounds, and they've been moving too damn quick. Now, personally, I'm thinking magic. But our arcanists suggest that's not the case. And we've had, like I said, eyewitness reports from multiple sources that there is a flying ship that the hounds are using to move quickly.
How do we make the hound go away? What is he looking for? Did he kill us?
Honestly, it doesn't make any sense. Sure, they don't take well to a guard being killed, anyone in Alliance uniform, but enough to draw the attention of a hound, there's something else happening here.
So what do we do to the hound leaves?
Well, that's it. There's really not much you can do. Eventually, either the hound will find what it's looking for, and it'll remove it, or the cost of shutting down the ports for whatever period of time will grow greater than the risk associated with whatever threat, and they'll open the ports again.
Friend, do your reports have any idea which hound is?
I might be able to find out.
I wouldn't risk anyone, but if you happen to know, which would be useful information.
I just got the preliminary report from Gar, but when the actual messenger arrives later on, either tonight or tomorrow, I should know more from the direct report.
I don't like anything about this, everyone.
Or anything to do with the Alliance is bad.
Yeah, of course. This is way worse. Have any of you interacted with them?
What do you mean?
These hounds?
Oh, no.
What about you, Ram? What's your experience with them?
He gestures to his face, which is covered by this red cloth.
Oh, so you survived. That's... they must have made a mistake. So this is all types of bad. Have they ever been here before?
Yeah, Tangia all the time.
Have they ever shut down the docks for more than a day or two?
It's been a couple of years, but it's happened.
I think it's going to happen again.
It would have to be something pretty darn valuable.
I wonder if they are looking for the material you just sold.
I think they're not wasting their time over a couple hundred gold worth of explosive. But I have a feeling that I might be able to find out what they are looking for. Could you put out some feelers, figure out which of the hounds is leading this charge? Because if you interact with them, you know that it's not... There are multiple squads. If you could find that out, that would be helpful, and I suppose we don't have a choice but to lay low for a few days.
Like I said, a day or so, and my messenger should arrive directly and get a debrief.
Perhaps the gods who were killed were related to this hound? Where I'm from, when someone passes away, it's in a murder, the entire family seeks vengeance.
It could be, yeah, or just the good captain could have known something or been part of it. I honestly, I don't know at this time. It's not a couple guards going missing, I assure you.
Yes, definitely not. Oslo, we're set up here, yeah?
Yeah.
We're good on the count?
Yep.
Excellent. Ram here. Is there a good place, a place in town we can trust to lay low in?
I could offer you a storeroom here, but honestly, there's not much here that's not got eyes of the Alliance on it. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of taverns, plenty of places where you can stay for the night, but if you're trying to lay low, then it's harder.
All
Should we just act normal?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. Is there a reason why you wouldn't?
Do you mind if we leave these two with you until we're ready to depart? Would that be
Absolutely,
All right.
I prefer that.
excellent? So let's. We're going to go find some room and board, and then we will return tomorrow, and we'll see what your messenger brings. How does that sound?
Works for me.
Cool. Delmore steps up, motions to his party that it's time to go.
I want to hang back. I want to hang back and talk to Ram for a second. Hey,
Talk to who?
Ram.
Okay.
The Ram? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Ram thing guy dude.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Kobold Lady Lizard Person.
Yes. Have you heard or seen anything of this merchant guy? He's kind of foppish and he deals a lot. He does some gambling. I kind of give him a description of the guy who took my gun.
Maybe. It could be. I get a lot of information kind of in and out. You have anything else to go on? Kind of matches a lot of descriptions.
Do I have anything else to go on?
I mean, no. Not particularly.
Oh, well, he was working with this other guy that I'm also looking for that was down at the docks. He's a merchant, I think, another merchant. And I also described the other portly guy. He seemed to be kind of like being a bully to him.
Yeah, it sounds like Wharfmaster Arrow. But I don't know who he might work with that matches the first guy's description, honestly. I could ask around.
If you so feel like it, that would be very appreciated.
Yeah.
And she takes a little notebook and writes down Wharfmaster Errol? Question mark?
Yeah,
And she writes that in Draconic in her little notebook.
noted.
Right, sounds good. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Yeah, so we exit the fuck out of this alehouse.
The one possibly safe place in the city makes sense.
So Delmore comes out, leads us maybe a block down the group, and quick accounting situation. I just netted 520 gold. Star, can you put 400 of that into the ship fund, please?
Okay, 400 into the ship
Yep.
fund.
I'm adding the other 120 to my character sheet, please.
Okay.
Okay. All right, team. There's a big problem here. Like a really big problem.
Yeah, I
There's a
noticed.
couple of them.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So the
Do you
hounds.
want them in alphabetical order, numeric order, chronological
Yeah.
order?
Well,
What's
problem
your
number
preference?
one. There's no getting off this island, really. Especially if they have a flying machine, which I doubt. But you seem to know more about that. I smell it. If you're.
You smell it?
Yeah.
You smell things?
You don't?
Finnegan, like, actually.
Only time
she flashes her tongue at her mouth.
can
Like,
smell
Finnegan, like.
I knew he smells things. Yeah, she like sticks her tongue out like a snake real quick.
I'm like self-consciously sniffing my chainmail, like
Just making Yoshi noises. That's cool. That's the rest of the podcast. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
Okay. Well, that's fine if you don't choose to share. But listen,
I can tell you, I know they have at least one.
if
It's
that's true,
fully operational.
if that's true, and I don't mean to doubt you openly, Perry. I've just it sounds fantastical. That said, listen, getting off this island with them having a lockdown would have been hard with water ships, much less flying ships, so we're not going anywhere, and we're not going to get away. So hiding, as much as I don't want to do that, it goes against every fiber of my being, in relation to the hounds, might be our best bet.
So we're just going to a regular old tavern to hide?
Well, no. I didn't want to walk out of there and be like, oh, hey, here's where we're hiding, guys. Because honestly, most likely, that is a target. If they're coming to this town, they know the ale house exists. This isn't news to them. They wouldn't be operating unless the hounds allowed it. I promise you, they are pretty terrifying is the word I would use. And the fact that he's alive is worrying all on its own. He shouldn't be. What I know of the hounds is they don't leave survivors unless there was a reason.
So then where do we go?
Honestly, this sounds crazy, but I think our best bet is the wilderness.
Okay.
Outside the city gates.
Way outside.
Yeah, there's just a lot of wildlife. There's a lot of alliance here in the city, and also you're not exactly stealth mode being a tiny dragon. You know what I mean?
I take offense to that. I can sneak.
Yeah. Let's say you go to a shop. Let's say you check into any tavern. Let's say anyone sees you ever, they're going to remember it.
That's if they see me.
True. You're standing on a street right now and people are passing by.
Oh, well, fine. So she hops into Perry's bag.
Star speaks behind a muffle for the rest of the podcast.
Activate jar mode.
Jin just like, what's wrong with this audio? Nothing, bro. She's just in character. That's what.
Yeah.
It's called Premiere Foley work.
You see a dagger pop out of Perry's bag and like cut a little hole and she sticks her snout through.
I'm gonna flip around my backpack so I'm wearing it on the front.
Oh my god.
Cute.
Now it is now specifically the most conspicuous you could ever be.
Yeah.
Ching ching. Who's wearing that front pack? Is that a tiny snoot sticking out of it?
No, I don't do that. Fine. I'm self-conscious now. I don't do that. Flip it back.
So, I think the wilderness is safer. I don't know that it's that much safer, but I'm open to ideas, but I honestly think being in this town is probably the worst. It's the capital where the majority of the Alliance are, and it's going to be their home turf advantage.
Can we get to the wilderness is the issue. Getting through the gates the first time was hard enough, and now...
It seems like getting out should not be a problem. Getting in was the issue.
I don't know if I would say that. She sticks her head out.
Put your tiny head away.
Honestly, as long as Oslo stays in Perry's bag, we shouldn't draw suspicion. There's no reason for that. I mean, he looks directly at Perry. As long as no one threatens any guards, and then he looks at Barnabas, or throws knives at their throats, I think we might just be able to walk through the checkpoint.
Barnabas speaks up. You know Ramel's going to find out you killed those guards, right? Or that I killed one of them. And the other one was killed by the spy.
Yeah, we didn't kill either of them.
You're right. He's going to find out that we're behind.
What does that matter?
Well, we's a strong word.
He'll find out I'm behind. I didn't say anything. Normally I would think to be up front would be best, but I didn't want to make that decision then and there, but he will find out.
Yeah, I don't know how, honestly. You didn't leave a survivor.
And he kind of looks at you for a moment. What about all the other guards? The ones that rode off on horses?
Yeah, but at that point, it's circumstance at best. I mean, it's enough to give him suspicion, but no actual proof.
I'd be willing to wager that one of those guards, at least, is on Ramel's payroll. And he'll account to him who he saw on the cart.
Which wasn't me.
No. But it was Perry, it was Finnegan, it was Delmore, and it was me.
And do we have an answer for what happened?
All I'm saying is you went into a meeting. You said, hey, these guards have wound up dead. And you didn't say, oh yeah, we were there when that. Chase your bliss. I'm not saying not to.
So, to be fair, friend, he said gods, not God. You only killed one. I'm not about to stick my nose out for something that, frankly, has nothing to do with us.
Well, the other one was the captain who got stabbed in the neck.
Yeah, well, okay, to be fair, that's fine. I just would have considered him a captain and not a god. Yeah, that's fine. Rank is important to me, I get it.
Guards captain?
No, that's... It's not exactly how the Alliance views rank. I guarantee you that Captain saw himself as more than a simple god. We're splitting hairs. What do you suggest? We go back and explain, hey, actually, Barney here fucking murdered that guy.
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just making a point of it. This is somebody who you're getting into business dealings with, who is going to eventually find out that your relationship began in a place of dishonesty.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you sound like my mother.
Isn't his whole thing kind of dishonesty? He works in the shadows and against the Alliance?
Sure. He's dishonest towards the outside, but people that... I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just...
It might be wise to be upfront.
Or not.
If we tell him, he might have a place for us to stay.
I don't trust him. But I also don't trust anyone, so...
Through that woods, then?
Right. And, I mean, like I said, that's what I know. Is that I think that's the safer bet, based on what I know. Based on what I know of these people, and based on what I actually think they're here for. A god? No, that's not why they're here. That's insane. Especially at the rate, right? Like, even with a flying ship, it takes months to travel. So they were either already in the area, or they were chasing something. And, let me be honest, I doubt that they were in the area.
So you have reason to believe they were chasing something or someone?
That's what they do. They're hunters. They're chasers. They're after something that's already on this island. And it's not these guards.
So what's our plan? We don't go back, we don't explain ourselves, we go sleep in the woods?
Listen, I'm not saying we sleep in the woods tonight. If the hounds are going to get here, if they get here tomorrow, that's unlikely that they would have already set up a blockade and searched the town. We need more information, and that information is going to come from that messenger. It's the safest bet to get more information and make a decision from there. If we all agree that we should be honest with the ram tomorrow after we get more information, yes, fine, we can make that decision. But I have no reason to come clean to... Honestly, someone who survived a hound's attack, it's unlikely that he would have survived and not made a deal and not become a turncoat of some kind. Perhaps he's the exception, but I doubt it.
Alright, we get more information as well. We'll make a decision.
works for me. For Delmore, it's find a tavern. Probably one not near any Alliance outposts or guards buildings.
Yeah, easy enough to do. If you want, Barnabas knows the area. He can take you to the most remote of taverns.
The seediest tavern.
Oh, no.
Not seedy, just remote.
When you say remote inside the city in my mind is I'm picturing a kind of metropolis in nature where everything's pretty close.
Absolutely. When I say when I say remote, I should say
remote from guards.
The least populated.
Got it. I'm good with that.
Sure enough, he takes you to kind of a dinky tavern with overpriced drinks and no good music. That's why it doesn't get a lot of traffic.
Sure, not a big deal.
It's all cover bands.
Like they get the tourists there
for the night.
Yeah, it'll be 3 silver pieces apiece.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. I'll cover it. I pay for it, so that's 1.5 gold. And I'm removing that from my sheet now. And then for Delmore, it's probably just go straight to bed because it's in the afternoon or nighttime, right? Or are we still in daytime?
It's afternoon.
Yeah, Delmore is good. He's going into a room, and I got everybody their own rooms, to be clear.
But everyone has their own room.
We fancy, huh?
To be fair, Oslo is in Perry's bag, so I'm not sure that she realizes she has her own room.
Also, you wouldn't have to pay because you're sneaking her in, right?
True.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because you didn't want anybody to see her. Yeah. Give yourself 3 silver pieces back.
Yep. Did I do that? But yeah, I did. Look at that. Saving me money already, Oslo. Good job.
That's what I'm here for.
I feel like Perry.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 rooms.
Perry tries to go to sleep, and it's mid-afternoon. I can't go outside. Also, what do we?
Well, I don't think we have to go right to sleep, but Delmore is going to his room and retiring. He's got stuff he's going to do in there. It's fine.
I would like to walk around town, just close by. Maybe seeing if I can. I want to see if I can hear any more. By the way, looking at my list of animals that I've been able to see, I don't know what the hearing ability of Peregrine Falcon is, but I want to change my inner ear to some creature that has better hearing than me to listen to people's conversations around me.
Sounds like a thing that you're going to need to research.
Yep. So Peregrine Falcons have the 7.5 decibel times hearing of a human mammal.
A human mammal.
A human mammal.
Sounds like a thing you're going to research, but anything you're listening
that I
real
can
hard.
pick up on that has to do with this hound is what I want to dig into.
As you're just kind of walking through the street, what you hear a lot of people complaining about is the lockdown and how it's affecting business and how it's just really altogether a nuisance and a pain. You hear about the dead guards. You hear about the reports of the guards that have come back and that, survived the encounter. There must be some sort of, terrorist cell. You hear obviously that there's a hound on the island, which led to the lockdown. But you don't hear anything specific about the hound.
You want to play a game?
What do you have? I want to go outside. You can't go outside.
I have dice.
All right.
You want to play dice?
Let's play dice. Yes.
Serpents. Fuck. What is it called?
Serpent stone.
Stone. Thank you. I will never remember that fucking name.
Write it down right now.
I'm pretty sure I've written it down 3 times.
You play. It's great.
Fantastic. And now it's an
It's
hour
a very
later.
fun bonding moment for everybody involved.
Do we? I want to go to the basement of the tavern and also try and like listen around for things.
So when you say the basement of the tavern,
I always assume that all taverns have 2 floors. At the bottom is a bar, and at the top is where the rooms are. I could be wrong.
that
would be the
is
first
correct,
floor.
but it would still be the ground floor, not the basement. The basement is where they keep like kegs
It's
of
all a
ale and
matter
shit.
of perspective.
I went down here and I hear nothing in the basement.
I went down there, and the owner was like, "Hey, what are you doing down there? That's where I keep my leeks."
I hear wine.
I hear wine.
I'm gonna drink it.
No, okay, so I suppose if you want to split hairs, be nitpicky about it, I'm gonna go down to the bar and try and listen. I'm gonna buy 1 overpriced drink. How much does it cost me?
It costs 40 billion gold.
Oh my god.
Margaritaville.
They're very expensive. You already said you're buying it though, so you're in debt for the rest of the campaign. No, it costs like 2 silvers for a drink though. It's pretty ridiculous.
It's Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Do I hear anything down there? Chilling out, drinking my.
The same kind of stuff that Finn heard. Like people don't have like common operating knowledge of like, oh, did you hear? Dave's in town. My good friend Dave. Dave the
I
Hound.
understand. Is there a bounty board in this tavern?
There is, yes.
I'm gonna go up to that as casually as possible. Do I recognize any of the names on it?
Alliance-controlled territory.
Kobold named Oslo.
You do.
Oh shit.
You
What have I done?
you recognize 2 names. The first one is Barnabas, the Bloody Baron. The second one is Emmerich Delmore.
And is it just like a board with these pins to it or something?
Yeah, very much. It's like wanted posters.
Go ahead.
It was actually 3 silver extra because Barnabas is with us and needs a room too.
Oh, shit. No, I counted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He said he counted 5.
Oh, you did
Yeah,
count? Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
Get out of here, Oslo.
Screaming from the...
I'm just trying to help with the money.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Barnabas's photo is like a much younger Barnabas. He's got like a beard. It's cool. And Delmore's is pretty dang accurate. They didn't like get his nose right or his eyes, but like his general, like you've seen his armor, that is all exactly right.
So, can I
I'm
nose.
just gonna take those.
adjust
You-
that, DM?
Just what?
You want the wanted picture, because the difference would be, based on what I know, it would be like he would be cleaner cut. You know what I mean? Like everything would be.
Oh, I hear
well-shapen.
what you're saying. Yes, Delmore typically looks more disheveled since you've known him than he looks in this wanted poster.
He looks more well off in the wanted poster. Like it looks like he has fucking funds. You know what I mean?
You would imagine him as like a very you know that he used to be vested, so you know that he used to be well-to-do, as well-to-do as you can be, the highest rung of society.
I'm not particularly surprised. I'm gonna just take those off the board. They're mine now.
Hey, Perry.
Caca!
What's the bounty for? Like, what's the
Don't
bounty?
base your worth on a wanted
is the-
poster.
I wanted to know, how much am I
Yeah, what is
worth?
the
Chicken soup for the D&D soul.
Get out of here.
Don't
You
show
know
the
what a
bounty to
wanted poster
Oslo.
is.
Oslo will receive money.
Sorry, boy.
So
You got some
Barnabas
good-
is worth 50,000 gold. Good luck.
Hey,
Barnabas
Barney,
is-
just follow me.
Why don't we go to the police station?
We're going
Oh,
to-
Barney, you mistake me. I'm not
Grandma's
going
farm.
anywhere. Oslo, take him in there.
Oslo, get him!
I got him! Give me the money!
Barnabas is worth 50,000. There is a symbol on Delmore's, and it is basically a star inlaid with the star. It is the symbol of a badge of a Vestin. So very rare, but that means that anybody who brings Emmerich Delmore in becomes Vestin.
Emmerich. Alright. I'm gonna finish my drink, go back up to my room.
Are you gonna show it to Oslo?
Nope.
Good. That's for the better.
I'd hate to have to kill a fucking tiny dragon. Yeah, so Delmore's afternoon, definitely working on Ryder. 100% like wrenching, like, faster. Like trying to put
And in
plates
fact,
together.
you finish him. Because you're level 3, babies. Welcome to level 3, baby!
You confirmed that.
That's exciting.
This is not a sick joke.
Confirmed, not a sick joke. Not gonna say, oh, just fucking with you.
Well, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Ginge, if you could delete everything I just said anyway, so go ahead and okay, Ginge, I'm kidding. I kid, I joke. Welcome to level 3.
You're killing me, Shane. I'm gonna die.
No, but I do want you guys to level up. Next time on Lawful Stupid.
Gas.
Hey, wait, hold on. Don't you want us to roll HP like we were doing? With
gonna say,
Oh, yeah, do
thing.
that. Roll HP. That's fun. Let's start with
All right,
Devin. You look
let's
ready.
see. Let's see here. So currently I have 15 total. Yeesh. 5.
1d8.
Right? Well, I mean, it's pretty average, I guess. 5 plus Constitution.
Yeah, it's slightly above.
Yeah, plus your Constitution. That's good. That's your average number right there.
Yeah, it's really solid. Let's go, Dwayne.
All right. Ooh, 8.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Plus 2 is 10. Yes.
I think Oslo's next.
Also 8.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
And
Can I
Carrie
have 8 since everybody else got freaking 8? And
10. I couldn't.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Awesome
plus 12 for
Devin.
me.
Shane goes, hold on, I'm just scaling some encounters based on those max rolls.
My heart just dropped because I rolled a die and I got a 0, and I was like, what does that mean?
No,
That's bad.
Lose hit points. That means I roll negative hit points for you.
Oh, wait. It's actually just 11 for me. It's not actually 12. That's
You only have
fine.
1 day Constitution? You
Yeah, I only have
fool.
1. Yep, I know. I put all of my stats into charisma and strength.
Baby.
Stakes.
Why is Perry not talking if she has the pretty face?
What?
Why is Perry not? Because she's hiding in a bag
It's
the whole
just a
time.
party face, yeah.
I'm hiding in the bag.
Oh, why is Perry not talking? You're right.
Perry.
Perry's
Yeah.
got the
yeah,
charisma.
Perry.
Well, she smells
You're
like
awesome.
salt right now, so, like, it's not helping.
Everybody's like, wait a
nothing to do with
second.
anything.
Ocean.
All right,
You
trust
smell
you,
like-
but you smell like
the ocean.
we don't
It's a
trust
very
you.
good
For some
reason.
people, that would give advantage.
Maybe.
It's my natural voice.
Anyway, you guys have stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Everybody's always like, ooh, drooling over their level 3.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading my level 3. Store.lawfulstupid.org will take you to our Etsy shop. And really, that's where you can get the t-shirt for the classic Lawful Stupid logo or the Sapphire Seas logo. Until Shane names his campaign, I'm going to call it Sapphire Seas campaign. So you can get both of those logo shirts. They're really good. They are comfy. I'm wearing one right now. We even, at the request of our listeners, made a premium Sapphire Seas logo. So if you want to spend just a little bit more money, you can get like a nicer blend. It's I'm a snob about mine, so I like mine to be like really, really, really soft, and so that's what I get. And if merch isn't your thing and you're a coffee addict like Devin, then Found Familiar, you should go to our website and follow the link through, buy some coffee. We get a direct kickback on that. And last but not least, I have to shout them out because I'm smelling their stuff right now. Go to Candle and do a Lawful Stupid coupon code. Get yourself a little treat, you know? Smell the adventure.
This episode brought to you by Roll for Humanity today is going to be for the Wolf Sanctuary again. Specifically, we are going to the one here in Eureka, Missouri. They are a center in St. Louis that's dedicated to preserving and reintroducing wild, critically endangered species of wolves back into the wild. So that's pretty cool. And the roll today is going to be a digital roll of $6 added into the Wolf Sanctuary. Ooh! We're packed. We're packed, bro.
Fucking every one of them had to do it.
Like a quiet awoo from Star.
Our pack tactics.
Oh, that's a joke. I have a joke.
Sorry,
I think
Ray.
with it.
Podcaster, you can't see it. So I have to tell you that Ray, our Star, just put on a wolf hoodie. Like, her hood is now a wolf.
I'm wearing a very soft and very.
Link in the
What? I'm wearing a wolf onesie
Hair.
because I'm sick and tired. So.
Peregrine Falcon.
Yep, okay. I've crossed over. It's me now. I have a joke, and I came up with it with my own 2 brain cells. And it is thus. Don't.
Ray, say your joke!
My roommate's looking at me and it made me break.
Ray!
Don't break!
Why couldn't the claustrophobic warlock get off of the crowded bus?
It's right there. It was right there.
Because they were packed in.
Oh my god. Oh.
Pack it up. Packed it
My
in.
God.
Let me back in.
I was gonna say because they couldn't find a slot, but
Oh, that was pretty good. I'll accept that.
You
I think
know,
it sucked
fish,
because
you know.
Warlocks. You know what warlocks
What's
have?
dealing with warlocks?
Patrons.
what's doing on airline food?
What's up with warlocks? They got patrons, and you know what else has patrons? This podcast. And you might be a patron listening right now, and you might not be a patron listening right now. And if you're not, if you want to be, let me just tell you the rewards. Oh, they'll blow your mind. You can, at certain tiers, introduce magical items into this campaign. You can play a one-off session in this campaign. You can offer us points of inspiration or desperation, which I somehow earned on Twitter today, which terrifies me more than anything in the world.
What? Okay.
But we really and truly appreciate your support, your patronage, if you will. That word is forever ruined for me, by the way. And if that's something you're interested in contributing to our show, go ahead and head on over to...
Can we just have like a robot voice that gets put in anytime we don't like? It's like Lawful
Patreon.com/Lawful Stupid.
Thank you. That one.
Patron.lawfulstupid.org.
No,
There's the robot right there.
Patron.lawfulstupid.org.
Patreon.lawfulstupid.org.
Impressions of other people's voices. I'm
Meanwhile-
very good at
Specifically,
doing
we have Shane
I
on
thought you were
the
gonna
podcast.
say our rewards. They'll blow you. They'll blow your
Sorry.
mind.
Sorry, that's patreon.lawfulstupid.org.
That's the one.
They'll blow you.
Anyway, if you're interested in supporting us like that, we appreciate you.
If you want to show your support and love of D&D and all things Lawful Stupid even more, come join our Discord. If you do become a patron, we do have special secret patron-only channels where you can talk about other fun D&D things and maybe even get into that. Actually, are we doing anything with the Arcane Wars right now?
The patron.
It's a patron campaign.
Yeah, you can listen to it for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, there's extra content in the form of the patron campaign, which is set in Goron from campaign 1. Every time you join in for the first time, you get a chant of one of us from everyone.
That's
It's
really why
actually
people do it.
quite a spectacle. Yeah, exactly. But if you don't want to be a patron, that's totally fine. We will still accept you into our Discord, and we will tell you hello and welcome from like 20 different people as soon as you step foot in. So come join us. If you dare.
Join the Discord.
I want to tell you to please tweet about the show using the hashtag StupidCast. If you do, I will sing your praises right here in this episode. Thank you to all the folks who have left us reviews on iTunes. We appreciate it. It helps us in the algorithms, and all I care about are algorithms, search engine optimization, and flow. That is my entire prerogative in life. I would like to ask you all to please check out our Twitch channel. We got some really cool stuff going on Twitch, especially if you're not a podcaster, because our amazing audiomancer Ginge T Loaf does do just fantastic how to edit podcast streams on there, and also get a little sneak peek of future episodes that haven't been edited yet. And I will leave you with this question, which is, why do they bother sterilizing the needle for lethal injections?
Well, that's a real head scratcher. Do they?
We love you. Bye.
Bye.